Welcome to Shaping Healthcare, a podcast by CitiusTech. I'm your host, Laurel Rockle. I am really excited to bring you this podcast on synthetic quality engineer, the AI revolution in testing. Today, we are joined by Gaurav Shrimal, Assistant Vice President, Quality and Validation at CitiusTech. Gaurav brings over 2 decades of experience in IT, specializing in delivery management, quality assurance, and consulting with healthcare and life sciences clients to help them transform their QA and QE capabilities. Gaurav, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Laurel. Thanks for having me here today.
It's a pleasure having you. I'm really looking forward to our conversation because everyone is talking about Gen AI and its use in healthcare. But I want to start with those 2 decades of experience. And you've really seen the evolution of technology and been a part of that over these last several years. So what is the real opportunity when it comes to quality engineering and software testing?
Sure, Laurel. So, if you ask me, software testing typically accounts for 40% of the total cost of software development. Now, it will encompass your functional testing, data verification, automation, and many more activities that you do in software testing. Gen AI can significantly enhance the QA process and it can help you reduce costs by effectively managing resources, identifying patterns, detecting unusual activities, and predicting potential issues. It can be utilized from early stages of test planning and design to the later stages of test execution and report, where it can actually help you analyze results, identify patterns, rectify test data and environment and automation scripts also. So if you ask me, ideally Gen AI will support quality engineers at every stage of the software testing lifecycle.
You mentioned 40% of the budget of software is in the testing portion of it.
Yes, I did.
Wow, that's quite a large piece of the pie there. And so having more efficient and more streamlined processes, I would imagine, really helps keep costs in check and help keep everything running smoothly for teams. That gives a lot of promise, for a Gen AI and the
I know.
quality engineering and testing when we're looking at the bigger picture of that. How do you see the challenge of making its use consistent, scalable across the whole testing life cycle? And I guess ultimately, is that what led to the idea of the synthetic quality engineer and that role?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. In fact, consistency and scalability were the two most important things when we conceived the idea of SQE. So, if you look at quality engineers, everyone is unique as an individual. Same feature can be interpreted differently by each individual. Some excel at identifying positive scenarios, some at edge cases, others might identify good negative scenarios or non functional aspects. Now, also, quality engineers, everyone has a different approach to writing test scenarios, test cases, automation scripts, in spite of they having a standard or a guideline that they might be following. So these are the challenges that we definitely wanted to overcome, and hence the idea led to us to create SQE for quality engineers.
Well, I suppose we should dig a little bit more into what a quality synthetic quality engineer is, and what does that mean when it comes to this role in the software testing?
So SQE basically serves as a digital twin for quality engineers. So it's helping them eliminate and automate many repetitive tasks throughout the software testing lifecycle. So if you've seen code assist tools, they generate codes in real time. Now test design SQE will help you generate user stories, test scenarios, test cases, and automation scripts, and all of that in the context of the application that you want to test. So this significantly reduces the effort during the test design phase of the SDLC. So it's a major phase in the whole life cycle. What's important to note is SQE differs from your regular automation tools in that you still need an automation tool to execute the scripts generated by SQE. Essentially, SQE automates the manual effort previously spent by quality engineers during the test design phase.
You mentioned 40% of this budget, going towards the testing, and also how those processes help streamline and help create, I guess, make everybody's role a little easier and make sure that there's a better product on the other side. So a lot of value, a lot of value, a lot of impact there. What kind of benefits can an organization expect from something like that?
Oh, for organizations, it's a transformative advantage, if you ask me, especially for organizations who are ready to embrace AI driven quality engineering. So it helps in fostering innovation throughout the QA community and optimizing every stage of the software testing lifecycle. It can actually help deliver measurable results. So if you look at it, it can double the speed to production, it can help you achieve effort savings of 40 to 50% and substantially elevate product quality. So if you're asking me 40% of software development cost going into testing itself, just imagine 40 to 50% of that effort being saved, how much cost savings it can bring altogether.
Certainly a lot of value for an organization. And those are great numbers to hear, of course. And then when we scale it down a little bit more and look at the teams themselves, how does this help the teams?
It can be a boon for the teams completely, right? SQE empowers the teams to automate the majority of test design tasks right from the beginning, driving innovation through AI at every turn. It will enhance test coverage by uncovering scenarios and test cases that traditional approaches might actually miss. As development cycles accelerate, SQE ensures testing teams can keep pace without compromising on quality, maintaining 100% standardization because the outputs that are being generated are adhering to industry best practices.
I'm sure teams or executives would be on board with that, and they're like, wonderful. Now, how do we adopt and implement this into our own companies? Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. So, first and foremost, it's really important to identify what are the right use cases and what is the technology stack that we want to use for the test design SQE. Now, every organization have used their own technology stack. They have their own LLMs that they want to use, their own agent orchestrators that they might want to adopt. So once we do a POC and we assess the benefits that SQE can deliver for their organization, we can implement it at a large scale adoption based on specific project demands. Once we have implemented, the adoption is actually very straightforward. Unlike chat based solutions where users have to prompt the GenAI solution, we don't have to prompt SQE. Users just need to upload the files, they can select what kind of output they really want to generate, and everything from prompt creation, output creation, evaluation of the output actually happens at the back end. So all quality engineers need to do is they need to learn what kind of data to provide and how to use the tool through an interactive UI.
Gaurav, as we wrap up our conversation together, I always like to look ahead at the future. Technology is rapidly evolving. Things are always changing. It's an exciting time to look forward to, and as we look ahead. So for you, what excites you the most about the evolution of quality engineering and these solutions like the SQE?
Oh, it's absolutely very exciting for me. And why I say is being in this field for such a long time, a lot of effort goes into some of these really mundane tasks of identifying test scenarios, test cases, right? What SQE can do is it can enable the quality engineers to focus more on value-added tasks by adopting AI-first mindset. Acting as a digital twin, SQE supports flexible deployment, localized adoption, and enables shift-left quality at a scale. It will actually empower quality engineers to shaping healthcare possibilities by allowing them to test healthcare applications quickly and at scale.
All wonderful and exciting things. There's some really great points to bring up, and like you said, allowing the engineers and the developers to create and do what they love to do. And so once again, looking forward and looking ahead to the future, and especially for any leaders who are looking to prepare their teams for this shift, what sort of advice do you have for them?
First and foremost, Gen AI led solutions are going to become the norm, and we need to embrace them wholeheartedly. So, teams must learn how to use these solutions efficiently and effectively so that they can ensure that they're not using it blindly without identifying the right ROI. Secondly, solutions like SQE should be treated as an aid to engineers rather than as a replacement for them. Human intelligence is still crucial for delivering domain specific outcomes, and teams should focus their time and effort on this aspect. Finally, while some team members will use these solutions, others will have to build, enhance, and maintain these Gen AI based solutions. So, what teams need to do is they need to establish centers of excellence for development and quality engineering to ensure continuous enablement is happening for the teams on ground.
Excellent. Gaurav, thank you so much for your time today and bringing your expertise and your passion to our conversation today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Laurel. It was nice talking to you.
The Shaping Healthcare podcast is brought to you by CitiusTech, a leader in healthcare consulting and IT services. To find out more about CitiusTech, visit citiustech.com. To listen to more interesting insights on healthcare technology and innovations, search and subscribe to the Shaping Healthcare podcast. Thank you for listening. If you want to share any feedback or would like to be featured in our podcast, do write to us at citiusvision@citiustech.com.